Namaste, this is the class of 7th semester of analysis, and today we are continuing the previous topic of instrumentation of UV visual spectroscopy. So let's see what we have completed. We have completed the light source, colorimetry and elements. Okay, so you can see here the figure. So that we have completed the source of radiating energy. The component of the instrumentation is source. We have completed sample container. You will do today. We have completed different lamp which is used. Then colorimeting system. Then mirror. We have completed slits. Also we completed monochromator. We have completed in this prism and gradient. We have last completed in previous lecture. Now is the cell. Sample cell carrier. The cell or the cuvettes is used for handling liquid samples. So the sample cell we call it as. The cell may either be rectangular or cylindrical in nature. For study of UV region, the cells are prepared from quartz. Quartz is a material. Fused silica, whereas color correlated fused glass is used for visual reason. The surface of absorption cell must be kept scrupulously clean. No fingerprint on blocks should be present on cell. Cleaning is carried out washing with distilled water or with dilute alcohol acetone. Next is the detector, device which convert light energy into electrical signal that are displayed on recorded readout device. The transmitted radiation fall on the detector which determine the intensity of the radiation absorbed by the sample cell. The following type of detector are employed in the instrumentation of absorption spectroscopy. First is barrier lace cell, photovolic cell. Second is phototube, photoinvulsive tube. Third is photomultiplier tube. Next is device which convert light energy into electrical signal that are displayed on a readout device. The transmitted transition fall on the radiation which determine the intensity of radiation absorption by sample. The following type of detector are employed in the instrumentation of absorption spectrometer. First is barrier cell, photovolic cell, phototubes, photoemitting tubes and photomultiplier tubes. Now let's see the barrier and photoelectric cell. The detector has a thin film metallic layer coated with silver or gold and act as an electrode. It also has a metal base plate which act as another electrode. These are two layers are separated by the semiconductor layer of cerium. When the light radiation falls on the selenium layer, electrons become mobile and are taken up the transparent metal layer. This creates a proportional difference between two electrodes and cause the flow of current. When it is connected a galvanometer, a flow of current absorbed which is proportional to the intensity and wavelength of light fall on it. Next is the phototube. Consists of an evacuated glass tube with a photocathode and a collector anode. The surface of photocathode is located with a layer of elements like caesium, silver oxide or the mixture of them. When radiation energy falls on photosensitive cathode, electrons are emitted which are attracted to anode, cause the current flow. More sensitive compared to barrier cells and therefore wide use. Next is the photomultiplier tube. The principle involved in this detector is that multiplication of the photospectron by secondary emission of electron. In a vacuum tube, a primary photon cathode is fixed which receive radiation from the sample. Some 8 to 10 dynamic dynomes are fixed, each increase potential of 75 to 100 volt higher than preceding one. Near the last dynol is fixed and anode is electron collector electrode. Photomultiplier is extremely sensitive to light and is best suitable where weaker or low radiation is received. So here we have completed this. In the next we will see about the instrumentation device and the single and double beam photoelectric. So hope you will like the video. For any query you can comment below. Thank you.